A warm welcome to one and all. In the second tutorial focused on the advisor login, we will take a deep dive into the student journey. So for that, let's click on the student's name and we would land at the student's profile. Here we would take a deep dive into the student's journey through the perspective of the advisor and see the different ways the advisor can interact with its student and the student's content. Let us go to the student's universities page. To do that, click here and you would land on the shortlisted colleges tab. We would get to this tab in just a moment, but before that, let us go to the recommended college tab. The recommended colleges tab showcases all the universities that have been recommended to the student by our UpGuide engine, depending upon their high school grades, their projects, their courses, and many other factors from the resume builder. If you like any of these universities, you can click on the advise button and the university would move to the advisor colleges tab, which is a list of universities created by you for the particular student. And when any university is added to this list, the student is notified, which indicates that you are recommending the student to consider this university for their shortlisted list. In this tab, you can also see the yearly fees of each of the colleges, their rank, their institution type, and their acceptance rate. You can also tag these universities depending upon your expertise as to whether they are a match institute or a dream college or a safety school for that particular student. You can also see through which partner UpGuide is associated with that particular college. While you can delete a college very easily by clicking on the delete button, and the college has been removed from the advisor college list. The shortlisted college list for a particular student has the list of colleges which he or she is applying to, and these colleges are either coming from the recommended colleges list or the advisor colleges list, or the student is organically searching for them and adding them to the list here. You can again tag these universities according to your expertise and click on any of these universities to know everything about the university. In the university's detail page, you can see everything that there is to know about that university, from the first year cost, the average tuition fees, how much aid is given to the student, all available courses and their fees, the ranking, admission highlights, scholarships, what companies regularly recruit from these universities, and you can also jumpstart your research for each of the colleges through the college resources section. To search for a college, just click on search and add and you would be taken to the advanced search section where you can search for a college by country, by city or state. You can search for colleges by course level, by major, any major that you want to. You can search for colleges by tuition fees, by admission highlights, SAT scores, ACT scores. You can search by enrollment sizes, by QS ranking, by the different activities that you can do in that college, the institution type, campus setting, and by the different sports that are played at that university. Or you can just search for the college by its name by typing the name here, and you can view everything that there is to know about the university in the university's detail page. Now let's move on to the student's resume builder. To do that, let's click here. Within the student's resume builder, as the advisor, you can view their high school grades from their 9th score to their 10th, 11th, and even their 12th predicted grades. You can also click here to view all of their standardized examination scores that they have put into the system. And you can also click here and view all of their project details. You can view them, you can also edit them if they've made a mistake. So you can start by editing them by clicking here, or you can click on the trash button to delete the project if it is not required. When you open the edit pop-up, you can edit the name of the project, the start date and the end date of the project, along with the project details. You would also be able to categorize the project into the many categories which are available on UpGuide, which are also matching the current international university standards. After which, you would be able to assign each project a tier. These tiers are UpGuide's way of evaluating the impact, the performance, or even the reach of the project of the child in a very standardized way, so that every project across every category is correctly evaluated or tangibilized. To understand which tier suits the project, you can leverage the tier descriptor to match the project with the correct tier. Sometimes a few tiers might be deactivated for upholding the same standardization of evaluation and UpGuide. You can click here to save the project tier, and you can finally click on the save button to save any changes you made. Or you can click on the cross button here to close the pop-up without saving. Back to the main resume builder page, you can also view a student's honors and awards that they have entered into the system. You can also see all of the online courses that they have taken. You can edit them or delete them if you want. And to suggest new courses, you can click on the suggest button and enter the course name, suggest a possible start and an end date, and also enter the course URL. After which, click on submit to send this course suggestion to them. You can also schedule exams for them right through the resume builder. You can click here to add exam date, select the type of exam, give the date of the exam and enter any note that you wish to. Or you can edit any of the exams by clicking here, make any changes and then click on update. And if you wish to remove an exam, just click on the trash can button. The scores at a glance section is a very useful feature for the advisors, as they can see the whole of a student's academic record in one go. They can just at a glance see their 9th average, their 10th average, their 11th IB combined score, their 12th predicted, along with all of their standardized examination scores in one place, so that they don't have to enter each of the dialog box and spend too much time on just reading scores. Let's move on to the student's automatically generated resume. The resume is generated with the information they have entered into their resume builder, and it is generated in a widely accepted resume format by the university worldwide to reduce the heavy lifting being done by the advisor and the student. This way, the advisor and the student only need to make a few changes here and there to finalize their resume. Your student might also ask you to review the changes or development in their resume, and when they do, an update will appear in your dashboard and you would be able to review the resume for them. To do that, you can make any changes, or you can highlight and suggest changes by selecting and then by clicking here on the highlight option. You can give a comment here and also suggest any kind of change that you want them to do to the highlighted portion. When you are done, you can update the student that you are done with the review by clicking here, and the student would be updated in their update section that the advisor has reviewed their resume. Even within the editor, there are multiple features. For example, you can go to a previous resume version, or you can export the resume for your own safekeeping. Otherwise, you can return back to the resume and make any changes that you want to. There is no need to save the essay regularly because it is automatically saved. But if you want to create a particular version or a checkpoint per se, you can click here to create a version of the revision which would be marked right here. Moving on to the student's essay portion, you can click here and you would arrive at Pankaj Trivedi's required essay page. You can see a list of colleges which is inherited from his shortlisted college list. You can click on any of them to view the detail of each essay that is required. Let's click on Stanford University to see their required essay details. As you can see, Stanford University requires quite a few essays, but it is important to note that not all the essays are required. A few essays are locked to a particular course or program, so only make the student write the essays that they have to write for their course or program. And if there is any new course or any new program essay that has not been currently entered into the system, you can add the new essay by clicking here, give the essay a title, and it would appear down below. You can see the status of each of the essay that they have to write. Final implies that the essay has been finalized by you and the student. Under advisor review implies that the student has recently sent the essay for you to review, and resume writing implies that the student is still writing the essay, while advisor review means that you have recently sent them the review of a particular essay. Let us open an essay that they have recently requested us to review. You can click here and a pop-up will open with the essay editor. You can see the topic of the essay or the prompt of the essay and the word limit. You can also see the essay that they have written for us. You can select any portion of the essay. Similarly, like in the resume editor, you can click on the highlight button, you can give a comment, and you can also include a change for the highlighted portion. You can also see all of the previous versions. You can go to them, or you can export the essay for your own safekeeping. You also do not have to save the essay every time you open. It is automatically being saved, but if you want to create a particular revision, you can click on the save button here and a revision would be created. Once you are done with the review, you can mark the essay as reviewed to update the student. Let's go to the student's timeline section. Here you can see all of their upcoming dates and deadlines. You can filter them out by meetings with you. You can filter them out by application deadlines. You can filter them out by profile submission deadlines, and you can also filter them out by registered exam days. You can also click here to quickly go to the chat with your student, and within the profile section you can edit students' personal details and also add college results as and when they come in. Once you have added the results, just click on save to save all the results that you've put in recently. That ends this tutorial, but if you want to know more about the students login at UpGuide, then please go ahead and watch the tutorial playlist made for students linked in the card appearing now on the top right corner.